Okay, so I've mentioned the way that I pack modular packs and stuff, and each thing has its own individual purpose and reason for packing it. This is my Maxpedition uh, toolkit. I've got a various number amount of tools in here, and so I'm just going to open it up, and we'll just start at the start and see where it goes. So first off, I've got I think it's a Stanley. Yep, Stanley. It's a small pry to get into stuff. As you can see, it's been used for prying, but it's also been used for hammering on stuff, using it like a chisel. I've used this thing for a number of different things, and I've actually had to go back and sharpen these bevels up on it and get them back because I bent them up and really put it through the ringer. I have I think they call these gators, but this is a cotton blend gator that I can just throw over my mouth and nose if I'm in a situation where, like, say something happens, like a car catches on fire or something like that, and I don't want to inhale any smoke. I can wet this and throw this over my face. I can put it on my head like a bandana or a headband, keep the sweat out of my eyes. This comes in handy for a number of different situations. All right, so we have the Nipex Cobra pliers, and you can see the way these things are set up, they really bite down and they expand greatly. I mean, all the way down to that. These are really good to have. They got nice grip on them. I would highly recommend keeping a pair of these. We have handcuff key. We have very fine tweezers. I think these are Revlon. I picked them up in like Walgreens or CVS or something like that. They work very well for removing ticks and bugs and stuff like that, getting out splinters, all kinds of stuff. Good to have. I have my honey badger adjustment tool. I have an SE arrowhead. And this thing is a stout little arrowhead. It's very thick, but I like this thing a lot. I like to have it for a number of reasons. Um, got a clothespin in case my socks get wet. I got to hang them up or attach something, close up a bag of chips, whatever. I have a sail needle in case I need to magnetize it and make a makeshift compass, as well as patch up tents and repair stuff and different things like that. I have a hatchet or axe head wedge in there just in case I need to reattach something or repair one in the field. I have a fire plug from Zeotac and a comedically cartoon-like magnet that I feel like could come in handy for a number of reasons. Say you drop your keys down a sewer grate and you need to attach some of this paracord to this magnet and go down in there and fish them out. You have it. And this thing is stout. Or for magnetizing my sail needle to make a compass with. So that's this. Well, actually, it's not all of this side. Let me get in here real quick. I have a water key, 4-way. That's for if you're in the city and you need to get water and there's buildings around, but not much else. I have another clothespin for another sock, another bag of chips. I have this ratchet tool here. You can tell it takes a hex head, and then I've got a number of different bits for it tucked down in here. Let me see here. Yep. So I keep that on me, and then you can righty tighty, lefty loosey, and it's got actually a good enough handle where you can get a pretty full-handed grip on it if you need to. I'd like to get an extension for it though, just to lengthen it out a little bit, make it a little bit longer, so that way my fat hand's not getting in the way. But definitely a good tool to have. I've got a Hank of 550 paracord here. I've got a Tops emergency whistle. Sorry, Harry, my bad. I've got a Phoenix pin light, and this thing actually doesn't have a battery in it. I keep the battery separate from it so it doesn't corrode, so I can just drop it in if I need to. But this thing's great. It's also got a UV mode, and it's not a bright white light. It's kind of like a dim, like yellowish light, and I like that a whole lot because it doesn't blind your eyes when you use it. I've got this little kit here, and to be quite honest, I cannot remember where I got it, but I think it was canteenshop.com when they were still open. I'm not sure if they're still around or if they're under a different name, but if you look, it's got a little saw blade, a little carbide, um, kind of like a friction tool, and it's got a handcuff key built into it as well. And it's all wrapped up in this little rubber case. I've seen Batman and Inspector Gadget probably too many times because I love these little items like that. Once again, another sail needle for repairing things, carbide, diamond, files to file through stuff if you need to. Honestly, I think it would also double as a knife sharpener in a pinch. Again, you hear me talk all the time because I'm prone to dealing with ticks. I picked this up at the Duluth store here, and this is a tick key. I've had it work a couple times, but honestly, this is the backup because the tweezers is my first go-to. I've got a little punch tool for if you need to push any pins through for any certain items that will not be mentioned. I've got a nice little compass right here with a magnifying lens. I've got a magnesium block with a ferro rod to ignite it. So this is your fuel, this is your ignition, this is your scraper. Got a handy dandy Bic lighter. I've got a N95 mask. It's a little grimy looking. I've also got some earplugs, a pair of latex gloves, and a spare lamp wick for fire. Oh, and then this is from my my little glow stick. I think it's like got like tritium or something in it, but yeah, it's just floating around in there. And then I used to have a eating tool on the back of this and also a seatbelt cutter, but I keep the seatbelt cutter in the car and I keep the eating tool with my canteen kit. So yeah, that's basically everything, and a red ink pen. So this is my toolkit. That's everything that's in it. Hope that was a good enough explanation. If you got any questions, comment below. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. Every interaction helps, and we really appreciate y'all being here. So thanks.